Hey YouTube, Big Daddy 0207 here with
KC Classic 7.
Here to talk about THQ's newest game, WWE 13. Casey, we've been wanting it. One of my favorite games to talk about. What did you think of the trailer, number one?
The trailer, everything that it showed was very promising. I seen with just with a couple little things they had added in something about with the Attitude Era, which is pretty cool. So that's the main thing. It seemed like that was the main thing that they were trying to get at with that.
CM Punk seems like the perfect man to lead the revolution, even though everybody thought it was going to be a debuting new superstar. I think it's a very cool campaign for the video game. I don't think everyone needs to debut with trailers like that and everything. I thought it was very unique marketing.
Yeah, I like the how general it was. They didn't make it anything too specific to where you could call THQ on it like, oh, you said it was going to be this. They made it very general to where it kept you wondering and it kept you actually wanting to come back to see what else they can add into the game.
Yes, glad to see my favorite wrestlers on the cover, CM Punk. Big shout outs to him. Definitely big ups. I'm glad to see that he made it from his rise from Money in the Bank last year. Always good to see him. The Attitude Era is the next thing I want to talk about. Quick thoughts, memories about the Attitude Era. What do you think? I know this was back in the day when we were young kids.
Yes, the Attitude Era was personally my favorite portion of wrestling. It seemed, growing up, before I knew wrestling was fake, it seemed very realistic.
Well, time out. Wrestling is not fake.
I mean,
wrestling is a predetermined sporting event with a predetermined outcome.
So I used the wrong word.
Let me rephrase that.
Scripted.
It's an athletic event with a predetermined outcome. Don't ever call wrestling fake. You've seen the YouTube video. Don't get slapped.
Yes. I used the wrong word. I meant scripted. Before I knew that wrestling was scripted, it seemed very much real. The storylines, it seemed like the guys, Stone Cold, The Rock, it seemed like all those guys genuinely did hate each other. Nowadays, it seems like they don't like each other, but it's more of like a friendly thing. Like Randy Orton might not like John Cena, but they'll still team up. Like Stone Cold, like he might team up with you, but then you always have to watch yourself. You might get stunned, which it seems like realistic.
Yeah, I mean, The Rock talked trash like no other. The Undertaker was still creepy. Kane had the mask and I was scared. D-Generation X versus the Nation of Domination seemed like gang warfare at all times. You didn't know what was happening next. Val Venus, what are you doing? Put down the sword. Taka Michinoku, cruiserweights everywhere. The Monday Night Wars. It was a good time to be a wrestling fan. And today, I often tell people and a lot of my friends, we got to move past that. That era's done, and it is. THQ's bringing it back so that we can relive it one more time. And this is when the game was great and they were at their peak, so I don't blame them for wanting to relive the mode.
Yes, I agree with that.
Is this the right move, you think, though?
I think so. I think them actually adding this into the game, you don't have to waste downloadable content on certain superstars like Stone Cold, The Rock. You can save that for other superstars that you want to the game. And just already having them in the game with the Attitude Era mode, I think that's a good idea. Now,
I'm not going to talk about the leaked roster because I don't know how much of it's BS or not. I noticed that there were a lot of repeats of guys. Listen, the only time I think a person needs to stay where their character is different in the game, similar to how Edge and Christian were in WWE 12, there was current Edge, current Christian, and then you had the old tag team of Edge and Christian with the big sunglasses being Goofy. As Viper told me on GamingRing.com, I will give him credit because he reminded me of this because I simply forgot. You have to make sure that there are different movesets and enough stuff that's going to be different about the person for you to do that. Personally, Kane's moveset has never changed. Big Show, I don't care if he does a WMD punch now. He's always done the choke slam and stuff. Unless you're going to give him a drop kick from the top rope and all this other stuff, there's not too much different about him. So I don't see the big deal in changing certain things. It's not necessary. And I'm hoping that I'm going to miss a lot of guys like Tyson Kidd, the Usos, a lot of those guys, if they're not included, I'm going to be very disappointed that's the actual roster to a degree, just because I like to play with those guys in the game. So
yeah, I don't know how much you can go off a leaked roster or anything that's leaked, because
that's why I'm not getting my hopes down yet. It's leaked. It could be flawed, their logic. Who knows?
Yeah, anyone can release anything that's leaked.
We're going to talk quickly about some of the other things that were talked about in the IGN article. Number one, let me say this. Rich from IGN, @RichIGN on Twitter. Let me say shout-outs to you for a tremendous article, way better than anything Gruesome Greggy ever did. The article looked great, looked spectacular. They did have a little bit of fluff in there where I would get lost in the process of, well, where are we going with this once you get into the next thing? But it was a tremendous article, very well put together and very well spoken. So, good job, my friend. #tremendous for Twitter followers out there. The first thing I noticed was going to be the oh my god moments. I don't know if we're going to go in order here, but the OMG moments, I should say, or as they want to call it, spectacular moments, probably because of the PG era we're in. We got different things. You talked about it earlier. What things did you notice?
In the trailer, they showed they showed Big Show and Mark Henry with the ring breaking, the barricade breaking.
Yeah.
And I believe that they also said in the article about the announcement table moves and adding on with that.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that the announcer table moves are back. I've heard that we can get back on the announcer table. Thank you, Corey, for listening. Announcer table elbow drops is going to be cool to do the CM Punk Macho Man elbow drop onto someone through the table. This is a big one for you. You've been asking for this probably since we've played All-Stars. Mid-air moves. And I'm guessing moves like the RKO are going to have mid-air detection. Someone gets hit with it. It is what it is.
That's something that's cool to see added in, and also it brings a more realistic and live-like to the product that you see on TV.
They also have a new setting for match experience. There's 3 settings: quick, normal, and epic. I think this is good. I think that it could be something that's useful. If you want a squash match, put it on quick. Normal match, put it on normal. And if you want that epic match, I'm hoping that we can recreate with guys like if you have a Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock or a CM Punk versus John Cena, you can recreate an epic match. Lots of kick outs. No guy seems to be going down. It's going to keep going on and on and on, and it's going to be a classic bout. I think that's needed. I wish that we had more info on other things that Universe to see how that would incorporate with it, but that's what we got for right now for those. I know you said you didn't like it. Want to elaborate quickly?
I won't say I didn't like it. I think I need more information on it. After you described it with making your general shows like SmackDown and Raw quick matches and your pay-per-view like normal epic matches, it made more sense to me, but I really didn't get it at first. But I think that's something that I'll more have to play in to understand and to see how it is.
Yeah. Little things that I saw that they also said, improved audio. I'm hoping commentary is improved and fans' chants and stuff improved.
Yeah, it would be cool to see multiple commentary teams added into the game.
Yeah, I think that Jim Ross said he did some work, and I'm hoping Booker T and them did it. It doesn't matter. Whatever, as long as it sounds better than what we've been having. That'd be cool. I'd love to hear the people chant, "Yes! Yes! Yes!" Sorry, that was a Mark moment. Weight detection. Weight detection seems to be brought back. They said Rey Mysterio cannot body slam the Big Show anymore. How do you feel about that?
Weight detection is something that was needed in this series, but only if it was implemented correctly. Like, you obviously want matches where you're Rey Mysterio fighting against the Big Show and you can't pull up any moves against them. But I think that they added in to where your moves switch. Like, if you're fighting against someone who's bigger, you might not be able to body slam the Big Show, but you might be able to wear his legs down by kicking his legs or something like that, or wear his body.
Giving them some drop kicks, chops, something.
Yeah.
You got to give them some moves. I wouldn't mind even if they let him hit a 619 or something like that. That's fine. Kickouts and breaking point. I read that your last move is going to affect the kickout system. I have a hard time with the kickout system sometimes in believing how many times some people can kick out. I think there needs to be an end point at some points, or the meter needs to be super small and it's bouncing all over the place and you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. More of the breaking point in the kickout system was more of an issue online, but I see why they made it the way they did for online, but I would like to see that improved I'd like to see how they implemented it offline, because the bar does get smaller offline, but online it's more of it stays at the same spot once you are beaten down to a point, and it's just more of who's gonna miss first, which can really take forever.
Yeah, for right now, I don't know anything about any community events, if anything like that's going to be happening. There's no word on it. I know WWE 13 is not going to be at E3. Sounds like a bummer, but they're working on the game, so more power to them. They got to fix the glitches, the online, everything else. So THQ, I'm wishing you the best. And I don't know about the rumors of them going out of business. I don't know if we should take that lightly. Whatever. I don't really care. I like THQ's games to an extent. They do have their issues. I'm not on their bandwagon or their payroll, trust me. But I think THQ does a tremendous job, and you will appreciate them more if they did lose the title. I'm telling all you fans that now.
I think more with companies like THQ, another one, a lot of people are talking about 2K going out of business. I think they might be trying to focus in on their main games, because THQ does have a lot of games that really don't matter. Like, if you're a little kid and you like SpongeBob, I'm sorry, but...
Well, they don't make those anymore either.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that they might be... they might be trying to focus in on their main titles rather than bounce around on stuff that's not going to make them as much money.
This is true. One small request, if someone's going to listen to the entire video. Mankind's wrist tape should definitely be white. Just for the record, I'm just throwing that out there. It's a little small thing I noticed on his character model. And also, I have to send a shout-out to the new community manager, Audrey Sinnerson. It's good to have you part of the team. Hopefully you can do what Marcus and Tank did now that they're gone. I hope this isn't a I'm here, quick move up, and I'm out kind of deal. I know that they left on good terms. They're good guys, and you seem like a good guy as well, so hopefully we see you around in the community and on all the forums. But, guys, this is the end of the video. I want to know what you think of THQ WWE 13. Who do you think's on the roster? Do you believe in the leaked roster? Do you not believe in the leaked roster? What do you want to see in the games? What do you want from Create a Superstar, Create an Arena? We haven't touched on a lot of other stuff still, and we know SummerSlam's coming up. They're going to announce more stuff. What did you think of the in-game models? What else do you want? There's so much stuff in this game that has to be fixed at all times. What moves are you wanting to see? I know a lot of guys care about moves. Just tell me anything you want to see in the comment section below. Let me know. I'm going to have a bunch of descriptions and tags in here. Hopefully get some hits. Hit that like button. And let's just hope that WWE 13 makes us reminisce the Attitude Era and brings back the memories that we all want to have in a good game. Animals.
Out.